Hey folks, this is Jake with Seattle Coffee Gear, and today we're going to be doing a crew comparison of two drip coffee makers, the Bonavita Connoisseur 8-cup and the Oxo Brew 8-cup. These are two very similar priced drip brewers, and we're going to see the differences and see how they compare. So first of all, with the Bonavita, like I said, this is an 8-cup model. It is 40 ounces, 40 fluid ounces of water. There is a thermal carafe on here, and it uses a standard 8-cup flat bottom filter. There is the water reservoir here. Just lift to open and fill, pretty simple. And this is a nice brewer because there's only one button. If you like something simple in the morning, there's only one button, 2 modes, which I'll go into in just a little bit. And overall, it's one of the most simple coffee makers you can buy and still delivers a great cup. Onto the Oxo here. The Oxo has a couple more features that you might be looking for in a drip brewer. It is similarly sized, it's 8 cups, so it's 40 ounces, but it also has a 3 to 4 cup option using the stand under here to put something like a mug underneath there. And you can use Kalita wave filters in here for single cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, things like that. So there's a little bit more flexibility when you're brewing. It also uses a standard 8-cup flat bottom filter, and it has a removable shower head for easy cleaning, which makes it really nice and easy to clean. And here's that 8-cup filter. It just pops into place, and then you're ready to go. So this does have a couple more options on it than the Bonavita as well. It comes with a descaling indicator / cleaner. So when you're doing your descaling cycle, the light will show up, and you just do it for a simple descaling cycle to get all that scale buildup out of your tank and the heating elements. The Bonavita, you just do it manually every 2 or 3 months depending on your water hardness. And overall, they're quite nice brewers, both thermal carafes, so the coffee will keep warm quite long. So we're going to test them out, brew both at the same time, and see some of the differences between the coffee that they make. I've already got coffee loaded up in here. Today we've got Espresso Republic's Santa Clara. It's a really great blend, both for espresso and for drip, as we're doing right here. I've ground it on just a medium, slightly medium coarse grind setting on the Compresso Infinity, and we're going to get both these started. And before I do that, I'm actually going to start the Bonavita's pre-infusion setting. So it's really simple. You just go ahead and press and hold here, and you're going to hear 2 beeps. There you have it. That's pre-infusion / bloom turned on. That's going to do about 20 to 30 seconds, and then let it sit for even saturation, and then continue with the brew cycle. The Oxo, it automatically does this. There's no way to turn it off. All right, so we're going to go again and get this started. I'm going to turn on the Oxo here, and it's got the 2 to 4 cup setting or the 6 to 8 cup setting. We're doing full pots here, so we can compare full 8-cup pots with both these brewers. And so I'm going to use the 6 to 8 cup setting. I'm going to go ahead and push that and turn the Bonavita on to brew. And we are going to come back when it's ready and done. I'm going to do some timing just to see how long these batches take, and then we're going to do a taste test and see how it is. All right, we're back, and you can hear the bubbling of a coffee pot just about ending its brew cycle. They're both just about done at the same time. I have my timer still set here, so we're just going to let them run for the next couple of seconds until they stop dripping. Right now we're at about 6 minutes, which is well within the SCAA approved 8-minute or under 8-minute timeline for drip coffee, so that's a good sign. And it looks like the Oxo is out of water and beeping to indicate that it's done at 6 minutes and 10 seconds. And the Bonavita is just taking a little bit longer. Heard the heating element kick off, that's a good sign. And I think we're going to call it there. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So 6 minutes and 10 seconds for the Oxo. Ouch, that was a little warm. And 6 minutes and 30 seconds for the Bonavita. Both really good times and both really close speed-wise for the same size pot. So I have a instant read thermometer here, and there's the Bonavita indicating that it has finally finished its brew cycle. I have a quick read thermometer here. This is no scientific test. This is just to see what the temperature is, the temperature difference is between these two carafes. The Bonavita brews with an open carafe, so I just wanted to see maybe if it was a little cooler because of some heat loss compared to the Oxo, which brews with a closed carafe. So just give it a little swirl, make sure everything's distributed nice and evenly. And for the Bonavita, and just to mention, these are not preheated crafts, these are from cold, so there is a little bit of heat loss that you're going to get from there as well. But the Bonavita is stopping just around 177, 177.5. So that's quite good in carafe temperature for a drip brewer. These do brew between 195 and 205, but you get plenty of loss within the carafe itself and from air that gets in the water when it's brewing. That does a lot to cool it down. And now the Oxo. And it looks like we're just a little bit higher. That's going to be 179.5, 180. So maybe the open air carafe or the lid that's open to the air did let out a little more heat. Both these are plenty hot to keep warm for quite a long time in the thermal carafe. Even at 180, that's going to keep warm for an hour at least. So, and plenty warm enough to drink. So I'm going to throw the carafe lids back on these. Here's the Bonavita's lid, just screws on and has a nice tab to push down and dispense. And we're going to go ahead and give each one a taste. Just a little mess there. It's all right. It's coffee after all. And let's go for the Bonavita first. And the Santa Clara, so it has key lime and peanut brittle notes, which are interesting. It's a natural coffee, so I do expect to get a little bit more fruitiness and just a little bit more funk out of it, which I kind of like in a drip brew. If you're looking for something a little more subtle, wash coffee might be better, but naturals are one of my favorite drip coffee. Okay, I'm going to save my thoughts until I taste the Oxo here. Okay, so there is a little bit of difference between these two cups. I would say the Bonavita actually pulled out a little less acidity. It's a little more muted in the acidity department, so it's a little, I wouldn't say more balanced, but it's definitely less acidic, if that makes sense. It just has a little bit less bite. I kind of actually like the acidic bite that the Oxo gives you, but they're both pretty well balanced, really well extracted. And both just very good cups of coffee. This is a fairly light roast from Espresso Republic, so you wouldn't be getting into those deeper, darker, chocolate, caramel, molasses type notes, but I am getting the lime notes out of the acidity. And with the peanut brittle, I do get like that natural sweetness. Yeah, both really, really good cups. It's hard not to love either of these brewers. They both do really good cups of coffee for being in that mid-tier price point. The Bonavita Connoisseur being just a little bit simpler. If you like simple one button in the morning, you're good to go. I'd go with the Bonavita. But if you're into something a little bit with more options, single cup brewing, both with great performance, but the single cup brewing and some of the other features that give it a little bit more user friendliness, the Oxo Brew 8 cup might be the one for you. But they're both great brewers and they both made an excellent cup and drip coffee. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.